So Mowry is finally stepping into Gabrielle Union's messy divorce from Dwayne Wade, and she is offering her unwavering support to Gabrielle after Dwayne allegedly betrayed her and stepped out on her. Tiara is repaying Gabrielle Union for being a supportive friend to her. In case you've somehow been under a rock and haven't heard the news, Gabrielle Union's relationship with Dwayne Wade has hit the rocks, and it looks like she is leaning on someone who has gone through the same thing, her BFF Tia Mowry. Now you already know Tia filed for divorce from her husband, now ex-husband Corey Hardrick, last year, and he went out his way to make the divorce super difficult for her. At first there were speculations that he was making things difficult because he didn't want the divorce, but that was not the case, because it was all about money for him. Now Tia is not the type of person to be unnecessarily mean or messy, but she did go out of her way to make sure that we knew that the divorce was Corey's fault and not hers. She revealed that the reason for the divorce was that Corey was not manning up and paying his share of bills. He had left everything to her during her entire relationship and marriage, and she was sick and tired of footing all the bills while he just lived off of her. The Neighborhood Talk made a post about partners not contributing financially, and Tia liked the video, and just in case liking the video did not get her point across, she also hopped in the comments to drop a side-eye emoji, which made it clear that she could relate to the video on a personal level, and people rightfully interpreted this to mean that she had been in a similar situation with Corey. Now the fact that Tia was wearing the pants in the marriage didn't exactly surprise anyone, cause we've always suspected that she was the breadwinner in the marriage, and Corey didn't even care enough to provide the butter. It was that way from the very start of their relationship, because Corey was hella broke when they started dating, and she already had a solid place in Hollywood. So she had to pay most of the bills since he couldn't afford to. I guess he got way too comfortable living like this. And when he actually started making money, he still didn't make the effort. First Corey tried to pull the whole "I still want my wife back, I love her" BS. Okay, I love my beautiful family, love my kids, love my wife. He probably thought it was going to convince her to come back running, but it didn't work. This made him big mad, so he revealed his true intentions and went after Tia's money, which wasn't that surprising. He founded his own documents where he asked for financial support from Tia, and at the same time urging the court to make sure that he didn't have to pay a single dime to Tia. Now not just that, but he also wanted the court to throw out the prenup that they signed before their marriage, and according to Radar Online, Corey's lawyer put a note on a response that stated he wanted the court to determine the validity of the prenuptial agreement dated April 14, 2008, and or that any provisions are unconscionable. This was when we knew for sure that he was really going after her money, because if he got the prenup thrown out, then he could go after her money in a 50-50 settlement. FAA came after him with everything she had, and she asked the courts to give her every single thing that belonged to her in the marriage, or things that she bought with her money. And it's not just money or major assets like houses and stuff like that. Tia was super petty and asked for small things like airline miles, rewards points, and all other credit card points on credit cards in her name, and on credit cards in the name of entities owned by her. If you think that this sort of pettiness doesn't sound like Tia, well, you'd be right on that, because it turns out that she had the support of her dear and loyal friend Gabrielle Union, because Gabrielle was the reason that Tia went low. This isn't surprising, because we all know that Gabrielle has some experience dealing with husbands who didn't want to pay the bills. Her husband Chris Howard used to leave 100% of the bills to her, just like Corey did to Tia. Gabrielle spoke about this in an interview where she said, "In our first marriage, neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of our dating. A part of it was keeping up with his activities. And I was like, oh, that's what you're doing, oh, you're going to feel this one." She also claimed that she felt justified in her actions, stating, "I just felt entitled to it as well. I was paying all the bills, I was working but often I felt like that's what comes the spoils of riches." And even when Tia's divorce was finalized, Gabrielle was still very Subti took Tia on a healing girls trip together to the south for France, and Tia posted the video of them busting moves and having the time of their lives. Well, it looks like that healing trip was just as much for Tia as for herself, because allegedly Gabrielle's marriage with Dwayne was already on the rocks by then, and this was recently confirmed by the gossip page DMOA that Gabrielle and Dwayne have been separated for months, and it has something to do with Dwayne stepping out on Gab. Fans are sensing that something's up between Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, who have been married since 2014. Okay, that's a pretty long time to be married. Yeah, fans are on to something. I received a couple messages. Somebody asked me, do you get blind items about Dwayne W being unfaithful? He's very close to a woman who isn't Gabrielle. Could have been a groupie. No one I recognized, but he was very close to her and spoke to her and only her for the 2 hours I was there. Okay, by the way, I didn't ask where this was, and I did answer this person that no, I do not receive any blind items about Dwayne being unfaithful. Gabrielle also had some interesting posts on her Instagram, one with the caption that read, "When clarity, truth and transparency are present, there's only room for evolution, so I don't know how you want to, interpret that." Somebody else messaged me and said Gabrielle just posted on her Snapchat a pic of their daughter and wrote, "I do anything for her peace," which could be taken a few ways. Somebody else messaged me, so fans are picking up on this is the point. Somebody else messaged me that Dwayne keeps posting with the kids and not with Gabrielle, and Gabrielle has only been posting with their daughter and not his other kids and they didn't know what was going on. This is what this person said. They will be like Will and Jada SL, Meryl and Dawn 2.0, that if they ever separate, they will keep it quiet and live their separate lives, but continue to put on a united front for years if necessary. It's a very messed up situation, and Gabrielle has been dealing with the situation in private, and it has been eating her up, but Tia is now in the picture, and like I said, she has been a huge support system. Not just that, but she has also been going out of her way to make sure that Gabrielle's daughter Kavya is also taken care of, and for Halloween Tia made sure that her daughter and Gabrielle's daughter went trick-or-treating together. I like this one. I think it's really great that not only is Tia looking after Gabrielle, but she is also keeping an eye out for Kavya as well, because Lord knows that they both need all the help that they can get. This friendship has left fans with warm fuzzy feelings, and they left comments saying women lifting each other's spirits up just by genuine and creating fun memories. I'm so glad to see them together. Everyone needs a sister friend, and these are the stories I like to see. Heartwarming. I love cute stories like this, but I want to know what you think about this. What do you think about Tia and Gabrielle's supportive friendship? Drop your thoughts, so like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.